Winnie Odinga,
yes,
after being in hiding for I don't know how many months, 2 months,
the lioness of ODM,
it has been revealed that George Aladwa and Winnie Odinga have been meeting ODM delegates from the 17th constituency in Nairobi,
yes,
for the past 2 months.
That's true.
Whereby they have been doing some plans on how Winnie Odinga will come into Nairobi politics.
They call her the Sgur Mother.
I don't know. I don't know, but I just don't get it. So today, viewers, George Aladwa has officially proposed that Winnie Odinga replace his father as the #1 delegate of Nairobi.
Yes.
And also Winnie Odinga is being proposed to be the deputy party leader of ODM in the coming NDC on March 27th.
Correct.
This is crazy.
Not just crazy.
Yes.
This is a bombshell.
What is happening?
The mastermind behind this must have thought long time before time.
Okay, before you say who is the mastermind, viewers, welcome to One Bull Brain. My name is Omar Brian and I'm with
Boss Jasol.
Remember to subscribe, like and share. This is the heartbeat of political analysis.
And keep the heart beating.
Who is the mastermind here?
Hey, let us continue.
Who is the mastermind? Because we need to start there. Who is the mastermind of this?
I want to tell you, and I know you might believe or not believe, but first, there is one suspected mastermind, and there is one believed mastermind.
Okay.
This is two, suspected and believed.
Okay.
It's believed that Ida Odinga is the mastermind behind this.
Okay.
It is suspected that James Orenga and the team of Waiting Sifuna are behind this. So, I bring up the two narratives.
Yes.
We know very well until the last minute.
Yes.
Winnie Odinga has been with Edwin Sifuna.
True.
And I want to bring back a scenario back then about the last birthday of Raila Odinga.
Yes.
The first one.
Yes.
Edwin Sifuna and all this team were there.
Yes.
Symbolic.
Yes.
What did they say behind the scenes?
Okay.
Because things were not going well with Babu and Sifuna.
Okay.
Being said that they're against the ODM.
Okay.
So Mama sat down with her children.
Yes.
And you could see physically that Mama really loved Sifuna.
Okay.
So they went behind the scene and behind the curtain they decided, let us script something. And I believe if it was scripted, then Orengo was also a mastermind behind it.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about what the Winnie Odinga has said.
Yes.
Winnie Odinga has said that hii chama ni baba.
Yes.
Siwezi acha chama yetu.
Yes.
Ati naenda pale pengine. Hakuna pale penye naenda.
Yes.
And it's like he has accepted the call to be the deputy party leader, which has been endorsed by the 17 constituencies of Nairobi as their #1 delegate, and also their nomination for the deputy party leader.
Their
proposed deputy party leader position.
Yes.
Because Raila was the party leader and he was from Nairobi.
I don't know where the problem starts.
Yes.
Nairobi, I think, is the county with the most delegates.
Yes.
Because 17 constituencies.
Yes.
That's too much.
Okay, so Boss Jasol.
Yes.
First of all, this George Aladwa is a funny character because hataki kusimama kiti yake ya Makadara.
Yes.
Pasaris ni kama anaangalia hiyo kiti.
Yes.
Na hizi angalia hiyo kiti kama the current MP who has been a two-term MP in Makadara hajamwambia hii kiti na achilia.
Yes.
George Aladwa wants to be the governor, but we all know, you and I and the people of Nairobi and heaven and earth, George Aladwa is pata hiyo kiti ya governor.
That's true.
Yes.
Yes.
So George Aladwa is here now, appearing to be now the person who is playing cards for Winnie Odinga. So this George Aladwa fellow, what is happening? We need to talk about the person first, because it's like Winnie is using Aladwa.
Winnie is not using Aladwa.
Yes.
Winnie is just in the mix.
No. You know,
I want you to understand.
Let me tell you.
I want to understand.
The chairman. Let me tell you. The chairman of Nairobi ODM is George Aladwa. So you see, if party leader Dr. Power calls the chairman of ODM Nairobi, it's Aladwa.
Yes.
So where Dr. Power is, do you think Dr. Power is asking himself, why is my chairman nominating somebody for deputy party leader? Najaniuliza. Why? You know, you cannot just go and announce this nomination.
There's one thing I want you to refrain from.
Yes.
One, Oburu Odinga cannot say my chairman. Oburu Odinga is just there.
No, party. Let's stop with those silly politics.
No, it's not silly.
No, because
I want to tell you.
He is the acting.
Relax, bro.
Yes.
What? There's something called eligibility.
I accept.
Do you know why the delegation was done in Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation?
Because Winnie alifungia banko yake nje.
Then how akafanya?
Yes.
How do you call yourself party leader when you cannot control?
But we all agree that we did even a video here saying that those are personal properties. they were Winnie Odinga's personal properties.
Correct.
So Winnie Odinga,
Correct.
he was Winnie Odinga alifungia ngo yake Jaramogi Odinga Foundation and he's using it.
I want you to understand something.
Yes.
You might be unaweza kuwa fixed kama leader ya watu fulani.
Yes.
But section fulani ya watu wanasema tu yes, but down in the bottom inside their heart they believe in something.
I agree.
So from this meeting we realized that the Nairobi County delegates of ODM never endorsed Oburu Odinga. Never.
No, nobody was given a chance to endorse Oburu Odinga.
That's true.
Yeah, because
but they are not in support again.
Yeah, so that is the issue that we have.
They are
because he was appointed by the NEC and those people in NEC appointed him as acting.
So the point I'm bringing.
So the NDC is to ratify him now, to make him official.
Yes.
So my question is,
yes,
George Aladwa is the chairman of ODM.
That's correct.
I know that even if Dr. Power hakuwa anajua hii meeting itafanyika, niko sure after meeting alimpigia George Aladwa akamuuliza what's happening. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that is not, I'm just saying if kama angejua, kama hakujua this will happen, niko sure amempigia akamuuliza what is happening.
Can I tell you something?
Robert Alai,
yes,
who is a pro Linda ground.
It's true.
He's saying it's like Aladwa amenunuliwa na watu Linda Mwananchi.
Yes, yeah, that's his opinion.
Yeah, because he believes that Winnie is in Linda Mwananchi.
That's correct.
People of Linda Mwananchi are saying that.
Yes.
Hawataki.
That's true. And Rengo said it and repeated it.
Yes.
Then the other time we were asking ourselves,
yes,
how will Akino Rengo remain in ODM? Because they are saying they are not leaving ODM no matter what.
Yes.
And we will not see how they will remain in ODM.
Yes.
Now you can see physically from today's meeting of Akino Winnie and Aladwa that Akino Rengo exactly they are really remaining in ODM.
Do you think Winnie Odinga, what Winnie is doing is anachokoza nyuki?
Winnie anachokoza nyuki. It's just bringing up the challenge, bringing it on.
That is what I'm saying. Chokoza nyuki.
Yes, let them chokoza. These people knew that Akina Sifuna, they don't have a way they can come back in ODM.
Yes.
So they just assume that these guys are the other side, they cannot be outside. Yes. But now we realize that they have all along been inside. And when they always speak, you see the confidence in their voices.
Yes.
You realize that these people have something inside the ODM.
Yes.
And the other time we could ask ourselves, where is the ticket? Where is the ODM certificate? All these stories.
Yes.
These stories we were asking because we realized that how is these people confident when in real life we don't see their strength?
Yes.
But today it's confirmed. They're inside the ODM itself.
But
you might not know even in Kisumu they have some people.
Okay, my question still remains.
Yes. Yes.
Is Winnie pro Linda ground like her mother, or is Winnie pro Linda Mwananchi? Because what is happening today?
Relax.
Relax. Let me finish.
You cannot ask me a question.
No.
About if Winnie is pro Linda ground, and you can see it clearly. She's not.
No, but
she's not. You can confirm.
No, but let me ask you.
You cannot ask that question.
No, I can. I cannot. Because it's a valid question.
No, it's not valid.
Because it's not valid. Because look at it like
Oburu is not able to access the offices they are using.
No, that's
and with them they are obsessed.
Now, what's significant? Office iko na maana gani hapa?
Iko na maana.
Mkutano iko na maana. Office does not matter.
Because in terms of that happened in the last meetings.
Ndio nakwambia the office does not have a meaning since we already know office is the person, the familia, the known for offices. Na imambia kwa yao ngo hawezi access offices.
Yes.
So we can settle that point of office there. Because the family either akitaka anaweza tumia office, Winnie can use the office and the brother can use the office. Yes.
We are talking of ODM,
yes,
delegates Nairobi.
Yes.
Who we believe all along have been in leader ground.
Yeah.
Now, this team plus their chairman, remember this is 17 constituencies.
Yes.
All leadership were in that
meeting,
in that meeting, that feast, which you don't want me to talk about.
No.
Relax. I'm bringing it home.
Okay.
So they were there.
Yes.
This office, which all of them knew that Oburu could not access. I just want to give you the point that there is no link between this meeting and dinner. They don't know anything about it.
No, I think
it's very clear.
No, I think I disagree. Your point is clear.
Yes.
But I think I disagree with you when you are basing your point on the office.
Yes.
We already established on this podcast that the office belongs to the family, not the party. Right?
Yes.
So one of the members of the family ametaka kuwa na mkutano yake.
Yes.
Because hiyo mkutano imekuwa about yeye. Juu hao watu wenye wamekuja kwa hiyo mkutano walikuwa na msukumia yeye agenda yake.
Correct.
So he invited them to their personal property.
Yes.
So I do not see the correlation between the property and the party and all that.
Can I ask you a question? Do you believe the ODM delegation of Nairobi County does not have any office in Nairobi.
Hawana.
Unless
Wahai town hall sign ya Sakaja.
Yes, they could have hired.
But now,
but if they were laying the ground really, they could have hired that was Sakaja angekata because Sakaja anatamani ODM ticket.
It's just simple. What I'm saying,
it won't be simple. Don't put it simple. No, it's not simple.
What I'm telling
it's very serious.
What I'm telling you is that I think you're overdoing it in the office because we already established that this office belongs to Winnie.
Correct.
So Winnie was in the meeting.
Yes.
This meeting ilikuwa inasukuma agenda ya Winnie. Yeah. Why should Winnie go and hire another space for his thing that he's pushing for himself?
Correct.
When ako na office. So he just called these guys, hey, mkuje Jaramogi. Mimi ndio sasa niko na key. Oburu ana kuja. So what that means is that ni kama Winnie is telling Linda Ground nyinyi ni kama ni mtu anakuambia tu nimewaita huku penya mkujangi. Yes. So my point is these delegates, are they the delegates of Linda Ground? Are Linda Ground playing another game? Or is Winnie playing both sides of Linda?
Not really.
Yes.
If you are being honest,
yes.
And if you are being reasonable, if you reason, you can see for yourself that the other week we talked about these two offices of ODM, yes. Former offices of Aladwa.
Yes.
You always see.
Yes.
If truly the delegates being led with the MP chairperson of ODM Nairobi County, yes. Truly is in the ground, yes. There is no way you could meet mtu kama TJ Kajwang in the meeting in first place because these are Nairobi MP.
Yes.
He was not there.
There were none.
Yes.
Most of the delegates.
Just the delegates, but you know this was a serious issue. Yes. About ODM in Nairobi. Yes. So I expected the vocalists. So
are you saying that?
Yes.
The delegates meeting that happened at Jaramogi Odinga Foundation?
Yes.
Walichukua the delegates. Winnie had already aliweka delegates kwa on her side.
Yes.
Na akasema our MPs tunajua kwa against labda whatever we will be doing.
Yes.
So let me take my people. Let us push whatever we want. So that NDC now tukienda we at least have the backing we want.
That's correct.
Yes.
That point is correct because the question is very clear. You realize that the likes of TJ Kajwang controls Nairobi alone. They believe that they are the people who run Nairobi in terms of politics. Yes. And you realize this is a very important delegate meeting. Yes. Maybe he was not even invited because they
even Pasaris was not there.
So this tells you very well that there is no link between these delegates
and Linda Ground.
But so there is no Linda Ground in this.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a link between this and Linda Mwananchi? As some bloggers, Robert Alai is claiming that and some other people. Is there a link?
You know, there is something we always learn called probability.
Yes.
There is high probability,
yes,
that this whole thing might be linked to Linda Mwananchi. One, remember, Senator Spooner, yes, is a senator of Nairobi County, ODM. Babu Owino is a ODM member of parliament, Nairobi County. These people, we know them as being too popular than these other MPs or leaders of Nairobi County. If you see this delegates meeting happening, they must have backed it with their mobilization. That's why you realize that the leadership of all ODM delegation on Nairobi were there, but MPs of Nairobi who comes from Nairobi of ODM were not there because they are lean. The only
MP who was there was Aladwa.
Yeah. So what can Spooner and Babu did to this young lady, Winnie Odinga, was very simple. We will mobilize and make sure that you have.
You need to put there allegedly because
allegedly what Spooner and Babu Owino did allegedly, if I can say, yes, is that they only mobilize because they are too much close to these delegates than anybody else.
Okay.
Yes.
Let us look at another angle.
Yes.
Let us look at this another angle.
Yes.
Can it be that Winnie Odinga na mamake wamekaa?
Yeah.
Wakasema we need a way in back. Tunajua Dr. Pao is old.
Yes.
We may not be here for long.
Yes.
We need to be closer to the top of the hierarchy of the party.
Yes.
So achana na watu wasifuna, tunataka kurudi back kwa chama. Because the deputy party leader will be in all executive committees.
That's correct.
He will also be responsible for making all the decisions.
Yes.
So kuna deputy leader moja kama Osoti mwenye afati njia ya Linda Ground.
Yes.
Kuna position hapo.
Yes.
Yenye ko free.
Yes.
Can it be just a game that they want him to come in, they want her to come in, achukue the Osoti position so that he can be close to the top seat in the party?
the game plan here, the mastermind behind all this, what he did is that anything we are losing, we are getting back.
Okay.
The only thing we must know how to get it back.
Okay.
If a society is going to lose the party deputy leadership,
yes,
then how can we get it back?
Okay.
That's the script.
Okay.
Then, so you realize that they proposed to Aladwa SD.
Yes.
They should be this ODM leader must be very careful, because this is, if Sifuna loses the SD, how does we get it back? That's the question.
Yes.
And this is what is happening in this point.
Yes.
So the whole this plan, because even if it was Ida Odinga who endorsed all this, the question is, how could Ida Odinga get access to the delegates of all of it?
That's another.
Without Babu being part of it, mobilizing these guys, because you don't know these guys were pro Linda Ground,
Yes.
So who came in? From Mama to the boy. The boy is organized. Then let us endorse Winnie. When you endorse Winnie, automatically people, lawyers and lawyers will believe in Winnie easily. So the delegate just say, hey, if it is Winnie, there is no problem. After all, Babu was our delegate number 1. Okay. So let us bring her on board. When we bring her on board, how do we get back our SG? So we propose Aladwa. Then the question is, we know we have many delegates. So if you have many delegates from Nairobi County, then these other grassroots delegates from other counties, when it comes NDC, we know we will garner some vote from those areas. Yes. So automatically, if there is any mess up with the middle ground, they might end up losing the deputy and the SG.
Viewers, this thing is giving me a headache. It's seriously giving me a headache, because
yes,
there is no way which is correct, there is no way which is wrong. Yeah. Because it can go either way. The scenarios we have are 3.
Yes.
Either Winnie is a spy for Linda Mwananchi, wanting to infiltrate the Linda ground, get the leadership.
Yeah.
Number 2, Winnie is acting for herself and her family.
Yeah.
She wants to go back to his father's party and be close to the top seat, so that she can control some things there, because ameona kuna watu wengi wananyemelea everything that is in the party. Number 3, it can be maybe mama ameongea na mtoto kamwambia rudi nyumbani. It can be either way. So viewers,
you know, before we talk to even viewers, direct viewers also, there is this, you know, when you see Winnie, the way you know principle for Winnie, how she talks, her stand, automatically I will conclude as both their soul. Okay. That automatically this is scripted by Linda Mwananchi. Just like Robert Lai is saying.
Yes.
I can just second Robert Lai on that point.
So you're saying Winnie and Aladwa are playing for Linda Mwananchi?
Yes. Correctly, that is the probability high.
For me,
yes.
For me, my conclusion, viewers, is that Winnie Odinga has sat down with her family. Their father's party is going away. They're seeing it. They don't have influence anymore, and they need to get the influence of the party. So my position is that Winnie is not really concerned about Linda Mwananchi or Linda whatever, or Linda ground. Winnie is concerned about getting into the party, so that when he now gets that opportunity to be in the party, then she can push whatever agenda she wants. That is my position.
Do you know, the reason why I dispute your position is very simple. The question is, if you are a party, deputy party, exactly what's your work, what's your influence, what's your strength? That's the first question.
I can answer you that.
You only influence party's doings if you are in good terms with the party leadership, which is from chairperson, all that. So in case Winnie Odinga ended up being that she won the party deputy, then she won it alone, then hii kaliba yote ya underground ikuje party hizo position zote, juneta labda juneta kuwe secretary general au wengine hiyo yote. There is no influence.
Okay, you don't get the point, because
I get the point. No. The only thing is that I dispute the point.
I agree.
Yes.
But now my focus is on why I'm telling you that the Odinga family is acting on its own interest. Is that, you know, Winnie Odinga is not a common person. Winnie Odinga represents something.
I know.
So you cannot just say that ukimweka deputy yeye na Osotsi wako na the same level wakiwa deputy.
Not really
different, because once Winnie gets in, influence yake inaweza kuwa mingi with the base of the party. What Winnie needs is a foundation for herself.
Your point is correct, but there is this direction.
Yes.
Winnie wins the deputy party leader.
Yes.
Then this might lead even that new formed ODM and leadership. It can lead to another split. You see?
Sure.
So there is only one probability. Two. One, it's either Winnie must join the leader ground for this thing to work. Or Winnie be a spy for Linda Wananchi for another split for ODM. That's what I can see clearly. Because if Winnie is going to push it for her family, then Oburu must go down. So somebody must lose here. The game is very simple. If Winnie wins, Oburu will lose in the due time by up mbele kidogo.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm telling you my conclusion.
So if the interest of Winnie Odinga is exactly her family,
not her family.
Yes.
You know, when you say her family is not our ordinary family.
Yes.
Her family has political ambitions.
That's true.
Yes. So she wants to be part of the party, inside the party.
Yes.
She may come into the party and agree na party leader and agree with all the unit and the whole gang. Yeah. But she will be pushing their own agenda.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then I want to bring into this. If it is true that Winnie Odinga wants to push that interest we're speaking about, then there is a problem. There is no probability that ODM will remain. This is the reason why I'm telling you this. If Winnie gets deputy party leadership, then the other regions, the way Raila used to select leaders, the other region will lose. Maybe Kisii or Mombasa or Western region. If they lose, they will feel that they're not part of the party so much. So, because now, this is a father party leader, Oburu Odinga, uncle, then Winnie Odinga, deputy party leader. This thing is not making any sense. So, this is another split of ODM. After this split of from Spooner, then they are splitting it again after the NDC.
Who is splitting it now after the NDC?
If Winnie becomes the deputy party leader, some people, because there is the other time you realize that, the Joe group, they say that.
But you already said this thing can go forward. Joho can go, Paranya can go.
So, what will make it split even further is Winnie Odinga becoming the deputy party leader. If Winnie could be the deputy party leader and we get another party leader which is not Oburu Odinga, fine. If Oburu Odinga is the party leader, then Winnie Odinga does not need to be the party leader because what they control is from one, they control some direction from some region. It's like they are from one region. And again, it's like they're from one family. So it becomes a family.
Do you think Dr. Power can really let that party leader thing go? Can he just say, because Najua is the
That's why they always say that the first thing you want to deal with your enemies, you confuse them. Winnie Odinga is just bring a very
big confusion.
You don't see the confusion. Your dad is the party leader. You are the deputy party leader. How? So nobody is deep. How? So once these people are there, automatically, the divide and rule which Ruto started is now.
But I think even for Ruto, this game is too complex. It's becoming complex.
It's good to start them. It's very good.
But you know,
you complete it.
Because my point is
because what Ruto knew is that we will only have.
It will be easy. It will be two faction but it's becoming complicated.
Spooner, Rengo, Babu are going to the leader ground. But what we're seeing here after the NDC. Kutakuwa na ile split kubwa sana.
Because boss just let me tell you. And I know you are always dismissing this thing about Winnie. You know what you are forgetting is that when you put Oburu and Winnie side by side, Winnie has a lot of sway over Oburu.
That's correct.
So what I think what Winnie wants is that Winnie wants to get back in the game.
That's
he's not a member of parliament. He's in the yellow thing which he hawezi kuja katupigia kelele.
That's correct.
So he wants to get back in the game. How does he get back in the game? He cannot get back in the game na kina Sifuna juu wale ni kama watasema unataka kuharibu chama ya babako. So he can only get in the game using the original where the party currently is playing around. So he wants to get back in the game. Sindio? So akisha ingia kwa game, hiyo swali ni akisha ingia ndani hii kitu, anaweza vuruga hii kitu mbaya. Apate kitu anataka.
One thing I know, if akiingia kwa hii game, one thing anapata ni ticket.
Ya kuwa member of parliament.
Then the question is, if very community is vying for Langat, then Winnie Odinga ends up vying for Langat. Automatically, Winnie might end up for Langat time. So
that is the problem of tomorrow. Our problem now is her getting back inside.
Yes,
because previously we have been thinking she's outside, but now she wants to get back inside. Boss just kuna kitu yenye overlook, kuna kitu yenye naona overlook ni hii movie yake ku consolidate the delegates of Nairobi.
Yes.
How we sure hizi miezi mbili ajiongea na Wabusia, ajiongea na Wakisumu, ajiongea na Wasiaya.
That's what I was telling
It's crazy. You cannot know what is happening.
That's what I'm telling you.
So wanaweza ende NDC wapate huyu jamaa ashakoroga kila kitu.
So ikifika NDC ustukie from nowhere. Unajua hii ni consolidation, people wanaongea behind the scenes.
Yes.
Ustukie sasa Winnie amesimama deputy na ustukie tu Sifuna amekuja amesimama party leader.
Viewers.
Then it will be very crazy because William will ask Oburu Odinga exactly if these guys are back. Are you sure of your delegate? Register.
This thing, whatever mlima pendo, wacha kumletea stress. This thing is stressing mzee. Viewers, there you have it for today. Hii kitu inanipatia headache.
Yes.
Viewers, but you have heard our opinions. Boss Jasola anasema, what is your point? Final conclusion?
Final conclusion is very simple.
Yes.
The tactician,
Yes.
Lioness,
Yes.
is around.
Okay.
It's back.
Okay.
It is now complex.
So, is he playing for leader ground? Is he playing for leader manage?
The question remains that things of tomorrow,
Yes.
we handle tomorrow.
Yes.
But what we know,
Yes.
the tactician's
Yes.
daughter
Yes.
is in the game now.
Yes.
We thought alienda akanyamaza kidogo, wanasemanga Simba akinyeshewa usidhani si Simba tena.
Mamake kuchukua kiti
She's back. Now that she's back, this thing is too complex for anybody in the game.
Viewers, there you have it. For me, I think Winnie Odinga is playing her own game. And she does not care about Linda Ground or Linda Mwananchi. She will first get what she wants.
Correct.
Then she will pick the team she wants.
Correct.
There you have it. Please subscribe, like, and share. This is the heartbeat of political analysis. And remember to share our website to your friends and neighbors so that they may also be getting our content on a daily basis.
And keep